Hello, my name is Marita Harinen, and welcome to this gentle hatha yoga class. If you're at home and you have a blanket or a pillow, or even a yoga block, I would suggest coming to sit on your block just to raise your hips up a little bit. So let's begin closing our eyes, placing your hands gently on your knees, sitting nice and tall, stacking your ears over your shoulders and your shoulders over your hips. And just begin to notice your breath. Think about trying to breathe in through your nose and out through your nose if you can. It's almost like you're drinking air through a straw. And then as you exhale, see if you can constrict your throat a little bit. This breath is known as the Ujjayi breath, or victorious breath. And I invite you to use this breath throughout the practice, as it helps to send our prana, or life force energy, throughout the body. So just breathing here, I'm going to start with a little reading. After yoga, people often sleep better and feel taller. Yoga has helped people overcome fears, conquer bad habits, and develop better concentration. People often feel improved self-awareness, developed compassion, enhanced relationships, and a sensation of being at peace. Now let's talk about the breath. Your breath will bring your yoga alive. When you are consciously breathing, your practice can never be mechanical. Explore how it feels to move with your breath, to become your breath, and to let your breath breathe you. Wait for your next breath with the attentiveness of new parents waiting for the first one from their newborn baby. From birth to death, your breath will always be there, your partner as you move through life. Good breathing is reassuring, soothing, and healing. It will bring intuition to your postures. Remember that even in the seemingly stationary poses, when your body might be still on the outside, it is never stagnant. While there is breath awareness, there will be a feeling of cleansing, lightness, new energy, and mental clarity. If you forget your breath, then come back to an exercise where the breath and movement are clearly linked, so that you feel the flow. Holding the breath dulls the flow of feeling. If your breath freezes, ease the intensity of your posture. Let the rhythm into the belly and chest once more, and catch the wave of the breath when it comes. Lastly, I want you to remember this during the practice. We are accustomed to the concept of using effort to get somewhere. Letting go in order to achieve something might seem strange. Counter the effort of doing with plenty of undoing. Do more by doing less. Let the earth take your weight. If you are sitting, sink down through the sitting bones. And if the release won't come in a posture, slow rhythmic movement may help. Flow in and out of the pose several times before finally holding it. So now you can either keep your eyes closed or gently flutter them open and gaze at the front of your mat. And we'll take our right hand to our left knee and our left hand behind us. You can either have it touching the floor or you can hold your low back. Keeping your belly soft. Inhale to lengthen the spine and exhale to twist. Inhale, come through center, and exhale to twist the other way. And we'll do that one more time. Inhale, come through center, and exhale to twist. Belly soft. Inhale through center and exhale to twist. And then gently coming back through center. Let's take the soles of the feet together now and hold the ankles coming into Baddha Konasana. So gently pressing into the inner thighs, hinge forward and breathe. See if you can find that Ujjayi breath once again. In through the nose and out through the nose. Just stretching to a point of moderate intensity. Let your breath be the measure of how good your pose is. And then gently releasing and coming up. You can now take your block out in front of you, or your pillow or blanket if you're at home and don't have a block, and start to make your way onto all fours. We'll lift the left leg and inhale to gaze up, and then exhale to draw the knee towards the forehead. Inhale to gaze up, and exhale, draw your knee to your forehead. One more time, inhale, gaze up, and exhale, lower that knee down. Switching sides, let's lift the right leg, inhale, gaze up, exhale, tuck it in, inhale, gaze up, exhale, draw it in, and last time, inhale, gaze up, and exhale, draw it in, and release that leg down. And then we'll take the big toes together, the knees out wide, and sink the forehead down to your mat. Breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. And feel free to shift a little side to side. You can keep this practice light, a little bit playful. And you can shift around a little bit. Maybe you want to lift up onto tented fingers here. Smile a little. Linger where it feels good. And And gently releasing your palms down. If you're up on your fingertips, walk your hands over to the left side now. And drop your head again. See if you can press forward a little bit with that right hand on top. Inhale to lift your head and walk your hands through center all the way over to the right. Placing your left hand on top and gently pressing it forward a little bit. Relaxing your jaw, your cheeks, the muscles around your eyes. And then inhale to lift your head and walk your hands back through center. Let's shift our weight all the way onto our bellies now. And bringing your hands just wider than your shoulders. Inhale and press up a little. And then exhale, lower down. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, press up. And exhale, lower down. Last round here. Inhale, maybe press a little bit higher. And exhale, lower down. Let's place our left cheek on the floor and our left hand out to the side. Bring your right hand close to your right shoulder and then just roll yourself a little bit onto your side. Crossing your right leg over your left. You can either keep your leg straight or you can bend that top leg, whatever feels comfortable. And just remember here that the further away your feet are from each other, the harder it's going to be. And the closer they are, the easier it's going to be. Relax your arms, upper arms, elbows, lower arms, and hands. And then gently roll yourself back onto your belly to switch sides. Taking your right cheek to the floor and rolling that left leg over your right. And again, right away, relax the arms, upper arms, elbows, lower arms, hands, and fingers. Relax your legs, upper legs, knees, lower legs, feet, and toes. And come back to your breath, in through the nose and out through the nose. And then we'll gently roll back onto the belly once again. And this time we'll bring our hands back towards our side body. And we're going to lift our head and our shoulders off the ground, reaching our hands towards our feet. Holding and breathing here. Locust pose. And then exhale, lower your left cheek to the floor. Relax. Inhale once again. Let's lift the head and the shoulders, reach back. Maybe you even turn the thumbs this time up towards the ceiling. And just gazing down at the mat so your head's in line with your spine. Keep breathing. And then exhale, lower your right hand, cheek to the floor. And let go. Fully sinking down. On this last round, you can lift your head and your shoulders, and then try to lift your feet as well. And we'll hold here using that Ujjayi breath. And then exhale again, left cheek to the floor. Nicely done. And now let's gently slide our hands up by our shoulders, bend the knees, and press back into a tabletop position once again. Okay, from here, let's move into a downward facing dog by shifting the hands a little bit forward, tucking the toes, and pressing the hips up. See if you can spread those fingers nice and wide, and press through the knuckles of the first finger and thumb, drawing your shoulders wide, and pressing that mat away from you as much as you can. Feel free to bend your knees as much as you need to, or even to pedal out your feet, keeping your feet hip width apart and gazing through your ankles. Nice deep belly breaths here. And then let's come into three-legged dog. So we'll lift the right leg up, trying to still press equally through both hands and squaring the shoulders to the mat. And lower that leg. And then lift the left leg. Inhalation and exhalation. And then slowly lower that leg. And then we'll lift up nice and high onto the tiptoes and exhale, slowly lower the knees all the way to the floor, getting a nice stretch in through the feet. And then you can shift your hands back and tap your toes out a little. And then we'll again shift the hands forward a little bit and draw the right knee towards the right wrist crease, setting up for pigeon pose. And with your hands and intented fingers, just take a couple breaths here, relaxing your shoulders. And then we'll do a little gaze over our left shoulder, gazing towards the toes. And then slowly gaze over the right shoulder. And when you bring your gaze back, you can lower your hands down, maybe use your block here, and rest your forehead. And relax your shoulders again, your lower arms, wrists, and hands. And again, you can smile a little, you can shift a little side to side if that feels good. And then coming back to stillness, we'll slowly lift the head, press into the hands, and then tucking your back toe, let's reach the right foot back and draw the left knee towards the left wrist crease. Again, coming up on tented fingers. And we'll gaze over the right shoulder. And then over the left shoulder. And then as you come through center, lower back down, forehead to the block. Or if you don't have a block, I forgot, you can stack your hands and fists like this. And again, smile, linger where it feels good. Listen to your body. And coming out of your pose, gently start to lift your head, press back up onto your hands, and roll yourself onto your bum. Now I'm going to invite you here to lie down on your back in Shavasana. I'm going to sit on my block as I guide you through a relaxation meditation here at the end. So lying on your back in Shavasana just means you can have your feet pointed towards each corner of the mat, and you can open your arms to a 45-degree angle with your palms facing up. Maybe you roll your shoulders under your back body slightly and lift your head to lengthen through the neck. And then release fully and let go in your Shavasana. So close your eyes now to draw your attention inward and become sensitized to your inner environment. Scrunch your toes and flex your feet. Next, spread out your toes and point the feet strongly. Then relax your feet. Lift your right leg now in the air a couple of inches and briefly tense all the muscles in that leg. And then release them, letting the leg fall to the floor. Lifting your left leg 2 inches in the air now. Briefly tense all the muscles in this leg. And then release, letting the leg fall to the floor. Clench your bum now for a few seconds so your hips rise up slightly. Release. Feel the heaviness of your lower body. Tighten the muscles along the length of your spine and press the tips of the shoulders into the floor. Puff your chest up and tighten the abdominal muscles. Then exhale and relax the muscles, letting the chest release down and allowing the tension to flow out of the body. Now lift your right arm off the ground and tighten all of its muscles, making a fist with your hand and then stretching the fingers out. When you exhale, let all the tension go so the arm comes back down to the floor. And lift your left arm 2 inches off the ground. Tighten all of its muscles, making a fist with your hand and then stretching the fingers out. When you exhale, let all the tension go so the arm drops back down on the floor. Lift your shoulders now to your ears into a shrug, and then release them back down towards the hips. Tighten all your facial muscles. Lose your inhibitions. No one is watching you. Clench your jaw muscles. Squeeze the eyes tightly shut and frown. Then widen everything out and apart. Open your eyes, open your mouth, and stick the tongue out as far as you can. Finally, exhale with a sigh and relax the face. Feeling all the skin on the face soften and any wrinkles smoothing out. This time, without tensing, gently drop your right ear to the floor. Take a few long breaths and become aware of the stretch on the left side of your neck. Inhale the head to the center and drop the left ear to the floor for a few breaths. And bring your head to center again. Press the chin to the throat so you feel the back of the neck lengthening. Then release it by softening all the neck muscles. Become aware of your whole body being heavy and relaxed. Your body wants to be comfortable. It is its natural state. The bones feel heavy, all the muscles are relaxed. As the body releases and feels heavier, the breath lightens and feels more delicate. The brain surrenders any worries and is content, enjoying this peaceful and tranquil moment. Give permission for your emotional body to let go too. While the body relaxes, the mind stays present, observing. Finally, completely stop trying to do. Let go of any psychological effort at all. Now rest. And feel free to stay here as long as you need. Rest is important for the mind and the body. It helps us to think more clearly and be more creative. I hope you can take this sense of peace and bliss with you throughout the rest of your day. Namaste.